Hey guys, so today is December 11th of 2019 and I am officially 7 months and 4 days. So since I am finally off of the soft food stage, I decided to come on here because there is a list that I have made of things that I wish I had known going in. It just would have made things a whole lot easier. It's just a couple of things that I wish I had known going in. So let's get started. So the first thing is, no matter what you eat, and no matter how much of it you've eaten, your stomach will sing the song of its people. Your stomach will make these weird growling noises to the heavens, trying to be as loud as it can possibly be. Especially when I was at work, it was embarrassing because I would go to lunch and then I would have to tell my coworker, I'm so sorry, I just had stomach surgery, so it's gonna make some noises. Please don't be bothered by it, you know? And most of them were just like, yeah, it's funny, but some would laugh because it would be like, like it would just make so many weird noises. And I'm like, I'm not hungry anymore. I just ate. So it's just what it is your stomach just settling everything that you had just eaten and is digesting everything. So it's normal. It just is digesting. It makes a lot of noise. The second thing is at least I and a couple of other people that I've talked to completely change your taste, especially for salt and for sugar. Salt, I instantly get like a sour feeling on my tongue, and sugar, I instantly get so thirsty. So that's for me. So you feel that you taste the change in salt and sugar, you know, instantly when you've had too much, or at least I do. So my taste didn't change too much. My senses did. Like I smell when my mom put too much garlic on something or I taste when something is too soury or whatever. Textures on my tongue are different, especially with like liquids, because going back, I don't know if I said this, I'm pretty sure that if you followed me along, you'll know, but the Premier Protein, I was an avid drinker of that. And then for some reason, after my 10 days post-op, anything like thick liquid would just destroy me. It was like drinking curdled milk on a hot day. It would just, it was awful. It was awful. So anything too thick, anything too warm, it had to be ice cold, and it had to be like water. Even just cold water from the tap wasn't cold enough. The taste change was so weird to me, and I was not expecting that. I mean, I'd heard stories about people with their taste buds changing, and I was like, what? That never happens. No, it does. No, trust me, it does. Get used to liking cold food. Cold food is going to be your friend, apparently. After you have bariatric surgery, I had the gastric sleeve. You need to eat slow and small bites. So even if you make a small meal, you have to eat that slow. My doctor says that even if you have a small meal, it needs to take you a half an hour to eat it. And that's still a struggle to me. Usually it takes me about 15-20 minutes to eat. I tried timing myself and I just got tired of sitting there, honestly, trying to eat. So, but because it's gonna take 15-20 minutes, if you're like me, your food gets cold. Anything you eat will get cold. And for me, on my soft food stage, I couldn't have salad. And so you just have to get used to eating cold chicken, you know, cold cauliflower. Just get used to eating cold food, because at first that was hard for me. I'm the type of person that even if it gets remotely lukewarm, I'd have to put it back in the microwave. It's got to be hot. But nope, after surgery, I'm like, I am tired of using the microwave. It is killing this chicken. You know what I mean? So get used to liking cold food. I had to adjust to that, and I wish someone had told me, because it seems a redundant thing to have to say. Obviously, you're gonna have to eat slower, but nobody really takes into account that it makes your it makes your food really cold. So get used to liking cold food. You know what else I didn't notice is how often I ate on the go, like fast food even. How many times a week did I eat out? I didn't think it was that much until I had my bariatric surgery and couldn't eat it. I mean, it's not like I craved it or anything, but I have, a household and everybody's going here, going there. We got gymnastics class, we got dance class, we got school, homework, and it amazed me how often I'd be like, wait, but we have to stop because I have to have lunch. Wait, no, but we have to, I have to schedule time in to eat. It's the weirdest thing. And if you follow me on Instagram, I put on there one time that I only worked a 6-hour day. So where I work, if you work 6 hours, you can choose not to take a lunch so that you don't have to take that half an hour out, because they don't pay you for the half an hour. But if you don't take a lunch, you get the half an hour. Well, I need the money, so I worked the 6 hours without taking a lunch, but I still needed to eat lunch. So I snuck one in. I was like, shh, don't say anything. And it's just so weird that I didn't realize how often I ate on the go. Not even just fast food though. It's so weird. I didn't even realize how often I had to stop, wait. Even just yesterday. Today is Tyler's birthday. My middle child. And I was going because we're having a party tonight, and I had to go and do this, and and my mom was like, Etta, stop. And I'm like, oh, you're right, I need to eat something. It's weird. I didn't realize how often you eat on the go. So I mentioned it earlier, but after bariatric surgery, you have to eat slow. Trust, friend, you need to eat slow. There was one time, again, I posted on Instagram because I was so hungry. A lot of people after bariatric surgery say that, oh, I never feel like I could eat again. And that was true for 2 months. And then after that, I was like, okay, I'm starting to get hunger pangs and my stomach is growling, and I start to get really hungry. And I noticed that. And one time, it was the middle of the summertime, and I was going too fast and I didn't eat breakfast. And so by the time it was lunchtime, I was so hungry. My stomach was growling. I was getting shaky. So I went to have lunch, and I just kind of scarfed it down like I normally would. I didn't faze me to take it slow, nothing like that. Oh my God, do I regret that. Instantly, after I had taken maybe 2 or 3 bites, I was like, oh my God, I'm full. Oh my God, I'm full. And then I got over full, and it hurt. It's not like when you overfill when you have your whole stomach. It's like a small amount of pain at the top of your stomach, and that's exactly what it should be. But oh my God, it was so painful. And so ever since then, because I put it on Instagram and I think about it often, every time I get really, really hungry, I think about how badly it hurt. I thought for sure I had ruptured a stitch or something because it just hurt so bad. And then after my food was able to digest a little bit, I was feeling so much better. So I know that I was fine, but that was an eye-opener for me to just take the time to slow down. I will be fine if I eat slower. I will just, don't do that again. And I have never done it since. Even just yesterday when I was on the go and my mom was like, no, I had to eat. I was hungry and I was shaky, and I still took the time to eat super slow. I put my fork down after every bite, chew it. We don't have the normal dining room table, the kids eat at the table. So I put my fork down, I talked to my mom a little bit. I took another bite, put my fork down, finished chewing, watched a little TV, read a little, took another bite. I took the time to slow down so that I could not have that pain again, because trust me, friend, it hurts and it's not fun and it's scary too, to not know if it like popped or something, that it was painful. Trust. So another thing that I realized pretty early on, I don't anymore, but right after the surgery, especially since it was summertime, so the kids were out and we were going on, adventures and to the beach and to family barbecues, and I had some regret. I regretted getting the surgery. I was like, why did I do this to myself? Especially because I did not have an easy ride. My post-surgery life has been hard. I don't know if you guys have followed me, but if you know, you know. I had my hemoglobin problems. I had my gallbladder problems. I had dehydration. My sphincter was spasming. I have not had an easy ride. So I had some regrets. I was like, what did I do to myself? Because I was a pretty healthy person. Even as large as I was, I didn't have high blood pressure. I didn't have, diabetes. I wasn't on any medication. And now, literally today, I'm on 7. So I had regrets. It's just as simple as that. I could not believe that I just voluntarily put myself into this position. But then I start thinking about it and I'm like, how long had I wanted this surgery? How much money did I spend on myself for the surgery? I had to pay a $2,500 copay for my surgery to be approved. And that's a lot of money, especially to me and my family. I work paycheck to paycheck. My mom lives with me and we work literally to sustain our lifestyle. And it's not easy to save up that money and spend it on myself for one transaction. And so I felt a lot of shame for having regrets. I didn't want to tell my family. I didn't want to tell my friends, not even, the weight loss community. I didn't want to tell anybody because I was like, how could I be so selfish to spend all this money and to take all this time from family and friends to do this for myself? And then I feel regret for it. Like, I just felt like the lowest human being. But then I realized that that's probably pretty normal. A lot of people probably have regrets for having the surgery at first, especially things that especially the people that have it around the holidays, because then you can't, do what you normally do at the holidays times. This is the first time for me to be holidays after VSG, so I'm a little bit nervous. But I know that I'll sail through it fine because I'm gonna be able to eat what I want to eat, just not a lot of it, and not, for obvious reasons like the stuffing, the mashed potatoes and stuff like at Thanksgiving. I'll just steer clear of that. I'm totally fine with that. But if you're just now have the surgery, I know that it's going to be a struggle, and just know that you're not alone, that if you have any regrets whatsoever, it doesn't last. It doesn't last at all. And after you get through that, it will be a whole lot easier. Trust me, friend, you're not alone. Okay, so especially in the early stages, the next thing is 2 words for you. Dry fucking mouth. Oh my God. Nobody said anything, and I thought I was going nuts. If you follow me, you know what I'm talking about. But right after I had surgery, I was like maybe 1 or 2 months post-op, and I couldn't drink enough water. Man, I could not get enough liquid in my body. My mouth, I would take a drink, swallow it, and instantly want to take another drink. My mouth was so dry all the time. started to like hurt. I couldn't brush my teeth enough. My mouth was so dry. And so I finally talked to my doctor and was like, what is going on with me? Is something wrong? And she's like, nope, that's common. I got these things called biotin lozenges, and they're basically mints that you put in your mouth. So then I just went to the store and got, because the biotin lozenges, you get like 12 for $6. So then I got a package of like 50 peppermints, sugar-free peppermints for like $1.50. So they're basically just mints, and there's nothing you can do about it. Your mouth is just dry. And nobody said anything, and I thought it was going nuts. So if you plan on or have had the VSG surgery and are in the soft food stage, about to go in the soft food stage, whatever, get yourself some mints. Just in case. You never know. Trust me, friend. Trust me, friend. Putting aside the dry mouth and the biotin lozenges, putting all that aside, something that you need to remember: water, 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 and protein. Don't forget to get all your 64 ounces of water in, and your protein. You need your protein, you need your water. And I was like, yeah, no, I got it. I was like, everybody says that, I'll be fine, you know, thank you, next. So I was one of those people that ended up in the hospital because I was dehydrated. Yeah, it's not fun. So get yourself a water bottle. I recommend getting the insulated kind so that your water stays cold. No. So basically, yeah, get the insulated water bottle. I got a 24-ounce water bottle so that I can, this is what I do. I eat breakfast, drink a bottle of water. Eat lunch, drink a bottle of water. Eat dinner, drink a bottle of water. That way I get all of my 64 ounces of water in, and I still get all of my protein. Because I had insane hair loss. I'll insert a picture. My hair was coming out, like it was gone. And I ended up in the hospital with dehydration. And trying to get an IV in a vein when you're dehydrated is painful. It's not fun. Thinking back on it now, I cannot believe how naive I was to just brush it off. I got this, we'll be fine. You know what I mean? No. Get your water in. Get your water in, get your protein in. Protein and water. Even if it has to be, what I ended up having to do is set a timer on my phone. And every 10 minutes at first, and then I went to 5 minutes, I'd take a small sip. And then my alarm would go off and I'd take a sip. My alarm, and it was annoying and I didn't like it, but oh my God, it like, after a while I got used to taking a drink every couple of minutes, and then I didn't have to set my alarm because I was like, it's been 4.5 minutes, I'm ready for a drink anyways. So water, 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 and protein. Don't forget. Don't take it lightly. That was a stupid idea that I did. Something else I did not account for: weakness. No, but like the real kind. Like I was weak. I was really weak. I'll tell you a story. It was summertime because I had my surgery May 7th, 2019, and then school got out June 6th. So a month later, I'm still on the pureed stage, and I take the kids to the park, and we sit in the grass and they have a picnic before they can play. And I went to get up off the ground, and like my muscles were like, you thought. And I ended up falling back down and was flat out on my back, and I was like, I cannot believe that just happened. I couldn't lift my niece anymore. And it's not just because of my incisions. I physically could not lift her. I was weak. So going back to the gym and building up that stamina, I was able to, bench press 150 pounds, and I couldn't even lift the bar when I went back to the gym. So, nobody said that I would be so weak after VSG surgery. And so I wasn't expecting it. But I mean, it makes sense because you're not getting as much food or protein as you were getting before you had surgery. So of course your muscles are going to be like, okay. So yeah, take account for the weakness. Like the real kind of weakness. Something else that drove me crazy. Nobody said anything about this at all. I noticed after VSG, after about a month, I'd say about a month, my skin, especially around my stomach area, my thighs, my butt, it itched so bad that I would just be digging at my skin and I thought I was going nuts. I was like, it felt like ants were on me, and it just itched so bad that I would like leave welts on me by itching so hard. And I put it in one of my videos, so if you've seen my previous videos, you know what I'm talking about. But I talked to my doctor about it, and she's like, so listen, what happens is your body stores toxins in the fat. So where you're the fattest, when you start losing that fat, toxins seep out through your skin, which makes your skin itch. And I'm like, why the F did nobody say any of this to me? I literally thought I was going nuts. I was like, because while I was having the itchy skin, I was also having the dry mouth and the weakness. And so I'm like, what is this life? Nobody said anything about this to me. So be prepared for itchy skin. There's really nothing you can do about it. I tried lotions, I tried cream, I tried itch cream, and it does nothing. It doesn't help at all. So other than like taping oven mitts to your hands, basically you just kind of have to avoid it or itch until it doesn't itch anymore. But man, be prepared for some itchy skin, my friend. Ugh, it's not fun. It's not. So this next thing is, I thought that it was funny because I literally thought it was just me. And then the Facebook page of the surgery center that I went through, somebody posted it about it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not alone. So after my surgery, actually, I found them when I was on my 10 days pre-op liquid diet. So I hadn't even had the surgery yet. I found Mukbangs on YouTube. And it's the stupidest, strangest thing. And it's still kind of embarrassing that I used to watch them. But it's literally people sitting in front of a camera and they eat. They eat in front of camera, whatever it is. Literally everything. I saw a mukbang once where this lady ate like a whole alligator. So then the most popular like mukbangs, the ones that I liked, were of people eating food that I never even ate before. So you crave food you didn't even eat. It's the strangest thing. Like I cannot stand the smell, taste, texture, anything of seafood. Any kind of seafood. Lobster, fish, tuna, canned tuna, nothing. I just don't like it. It's so gross. And I love that on YouTube. The like king crab and like, So it's just so weird to me that you crave food you didn't even eat. Like I would just randomly, I'd be like, you know what? I just want mozzarella sticks. Those are the nastiest things to me. I hate mozzarella sticks. And one day I was just like, man, I just want them so bad. What? So that was so weird. I'll never forget craving food that you didn't even eat before. Post-surgery, after every meal, remember this rule. Burping is your friend. You don't outright belch, but you do tiny burps. Like tiny just air bubbles coming up. Because naturally, every single person on the planet, when they eat, you swallow a little bit of air. And when your stomach is bigger, there's no problem with that. Like what? But then when your stomach is small, there's no more room. You need to get rid of the air. So naturally, air goes up and you burp. So after surgery, burping is your friend. If you feel uncomfortable, try to burp. If it feels over full and you've only had a couple small bites, try to burp. Trust me. Burping is your friend after surgery. Yes. something that I did not think that I would have to get used to. Everybody in the world, everybody in your life, everybody that you're acquainted with has an opinion on your body. Let me say that again. Every person that you've ever come in contact with has an opinion on your body. And I hate that. I do not like that whatsoever. I don't know if that's my defiance or if it's just the way that I am, but I don't like that. Random people, especially the lady at the checkout store or my mom's old friends or whatever, they'll say something to me like, and they think it's nice, constructive criticism. Oh, you had your surgery, shouldn't you be skinnier? Or, oh my God, look at you, a whole new person walking this way. Or, oh girl, you need new pants, those are getting too big. And I'm like, thank you for your unsolicited advice, go away. So I don't know if it's just me, but if someone had forewarned me, I don't think it would have come as such a big surprise to me or a shock or whatever you want to call it. But everybody in the world has an opinion on your body. And I flippin' hate it. I like the compliments, you know, it is nice. I do put myself on YouTube and I understand that. I have my social media, whatever. I do understand that. And I promise you it's not that I don't like people saying, you look so beautiful. Wow, look at the difference. Because even myself, I'm like, damn, I look good today. Or, oh my God, look at that difference. That's why I post the before and after pictures. That's why I'm out here. It's when the compliments or the criticism starts to jab and starts to hurt that I'm like, please just keep your opinions to yourself. You know what I mean? If I don't put myself out there like I do on Instagram, like I do on Twitter, like I do on YouTube, that's fine. I'm inviting the criticism. I'm inviting it. I'm used to it. I'm kind of expecting it because I put myself out there. When I'm randomly walking down a street and people come up to me being like, damn girl, you lost a human. I'm like, why did you just come up to me? Obviously, clearly I'm in the middle of something else. I don't know if that's just me. I'm probably being entirely too harsh, but I don't know. I guess, don't be surprised. That's what I'm trying to say. If that happens to you, just, okay, thank you, and move along. So VSG surgery, I don't know about the Roux-en-Y, but for VSG surgery, you need to wait 30 minutes before you eat, after you drink a meal, after you drink water, you need to wait 30 minutes before you start eating. And then after you eat, you need to wait 30 minutes before you can drink again. I thought that was stupid. I thought that was ridiculous. I was like, okay, I'll follow it along. And then after a while, I was like, why am I doing that? And then I drank after I ate, and I'm like, that's why you wait. So it's not the same hurt as if you eat too fast, but it's a hurt all the same. Your stomach gets entirely too full. It's already full of food. It's already trying to process the food. Let it, and then you can drink later. If you don't wait the half an hour before you eat, you don't have enough room in your stomach to eat all of the protein that you need to eat. So wait the half an hour. It's redundant. It's ridiculously a long time. It seems like such a stupid thing to do, to have to keep yourself, watch the timer, watch the clock just to make sure you wait the half an hour before you eat. But trust me when I say you really need to wait the half an hour. If you don't, it's gonna hurt and you won't get all your protein in. So wait the half an hour. Please take my advice. It's gonna hurt. Wait the half an hour. Trust me. One of the greatest things about having surgery is seeing the changes in your body. seeing what you can do, what you've worked so hard, because I know a lot of people say that having VSG surgery or having weight loss surgery of any kind is cheating. It's the easy way out. No, it's not. It's so not. And I feel like the only people that are saying it's not are the people that have weight loss surgery, because you know that it's not easy. You still have cravings. My friend Evelyn is like, you know what sucks? Cake still tastes good. Ice cream still tastes good. I still want chips. It still tastes good. So all of your cravings are still there. All of them. Every single one. Even if you don't feel like eating, you still want to eat what you want to eat. I mean, we didn't get this size by not doing what we want to do. We didn't get this size by eating salads. You know what I mean? We are who we are. And I am addicted to food. And it's really, really, really hard to break that addiction, to break that habit, if all of it is still around you. Except when you see the changes in your body. Going from 517 pounds to now I am 360 pounds. I have lost so much weight, like 157 pounds. That's a human. So my body changes are immense. And seeing that is what pushes the regret away. That is what pushes all of the negative comments away. Seeing the changes in your body is what makes everything worth it. Make all of the hard sacrifices that you've had to make. I had to take 2 months off of work. You know? And it was all so very incredibly worth it, because I see the changes. And so for all of the regret that you feel, for all of the hard times that you just are kicking yourself, remember why you started in the first place. Because when you were large, you were wishing for yourself to be this size. And now you're here. Just remember that. So, yeah. Hey guys, follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching my video.